Today on GeekSmart, we are doing an install of this, a 3-pack of smoke alarms from XS01. Hey folks, welcome back to GeekSmart, and we're doing an install today on some smoke alarms. Now, this is going to be a relatively easy install from everything that I've gathered and everything that I've ever done with smoke alarms. This is a 3-pack of smoke alarms. This model is the XS01-WR, which is an interconnected smoke alarm system. So this is a 3-pack. They offered in 1-pack, unless you're just, I guess, being an add-on. 1-pack, 3-pack, and 6-pack. This is the 3-pack size. Eventually, I may add more if I like them. But XS01 did send these over to me to test out, and I will do a full review on my Tech Gooch channel as well once I have some time with them. We're just doing the install today, so we're going to find out how easy it is, as simple as it should be, at least to set it up. So let's bring it in, let's take it out of the box, let's see what everything comes with. It should come with the mounting hardware, so let's do that, and then we'll head upstairs and start installing. Okay, so a sleeve. Oh, and on the sleeve it does tell you, I guess, simplicity of how you can actually install it, right? Okay, so it does come with a little user manual. Tells the stuff and installation stuff, hold down, so setup stuff like that. Alright, let's take a peek at one of these guys. Obviously they should be all the exact same. Alright, so we have a clip. The battery, this is a 5-year battery. That's the expected life expectancy of the battery, so we're not changing batteries every year. Also, the sensor that's actually in this is a 10-year sensor. You are supposed to replace your smoke detectors every so often. So this smoke alarm has a 10-year sensor in it and a 5-year battery. So you change the batteries once after 5 years, or maybe when it tells you to, and then the next time you're going to change the battery, you're actually going to be changing probably the entire unit. So that's pretty cool. It does save you money in just in the batteries. The battery that's in here is a lithium CR123A. I think that's the same size battery that they use in a lot of like wireless cameras, like security cameras. So battery exposed. Looks like when you put this on the ceiling, it goes in and then twists to lock into place and untwists to unlock, right? So simple, and then the little foam pad there to help hold the battery in. Pretty simple. Pretty simple in how it works. And obviously you pull these tabs out before we actually do it. That undoes the battery. Also, for the mounting part at least, does come with just standard drywall anchors, just the pound in with the screws. Pretty basic stuff, nothing fancy. Sometimes I find it actually easier before you actually use these to begin with. Actually take your screwdriver and drive the screw all the way in and then take it back out. That way you get it ready to loosen up, so that way it's not spinning in the hole while you're trying to tighten it down. It just kind of breaks and makes the threading, at least in the drywall anchor. These are pretty basic ones, right? These are the ones, to be honest, this is the variety that I don't like. These are the really cheap ones. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see how they work with these anchors. The other two are the exact same. They come with the exact same anchors. They're exactly the same. We're going to show actual mounting of one of these, and then I'm going to mount the other two off camera, and then we'll see how they tie together. So I'm actually going to do my basement one first, and that's the one I'm going to film since it's in my area here. And this is obviously where my existing one was, which this one would be probably coming up on at least 6-7 years old. You can see where the original one was, which were the old school ones that we replaced with these when we moved in. So down here, I'm probably going to go ahead and just get these pulled out of here real quick. But you can see how much smaller this is going to be than the other one. Now, the nice thing is that I could actually reuse like one of these holes and just take out the other ones. So let me pull these out real quick with an easy, that's the easiest way to do it. Just put in one of the old screws partially in and pull it out. Of course, yeah, that figures what it is what it is. So I'm going to get the other ones pulled out, then we'll work from there. Okay, so don't put any attention to the old holes. I'm going to eventually spackle those. And the ceiling area is going to be changed eventually anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and reuse one of these holes. So I'm going to actually reuse this anchor that's already in place. And so I'm just going to line up that. And then just take my pencil and mark where I want the other anchor at. If you were doing it the other way, I would center it probably in the hallway. Down here, I really don't care in the basement because like this ceiling eventually is going to change, so I'm not too worried about that. But that way I can at least mitigate how many holes, and to be honest, it's almost dead center if I do that anyway. So I have my hole that I'm going to drill there. Anchor that they supplied, we're going to try one of theirs out. The hole on this anchor is 7/32. That's how big of a drill bit I use. Typically, most of them use 1/4 inch, but it all depends on the size of the anchor. 7/32 for that guy. Now we can just install. That's one. And I'm going to make sure to use their screws because the heads are designed to fit flush in the actual mount. And then now we can take the actual smoke detector itself, pull the tabs out. Let's see, that should be it. So just the clear tab. Looks like the white one is just to help you remove the battery. So I'm gonna leave that in, I think. Yep, that one stays in place. So the white tab stays, the clear one just basically exposes the battery terminal. And now, if you actually look right, there's 3 points. I just want that foam to line up with the battery. So that's the way I'm going to go in. And then turn it. And then, oh yeah. So that was the test. I guess I was bumping the test button. That's pretty loud. So basically the side button is your test button, but it's also the turn off the alarm button. So the other thing to do is, now that we're installing it, there is a sticker on the side that says install date. I'm going to go ahead and put today's date. It even says replace after 10 years. So I'm going to put today's date real quick, and then I'll put her back up. I will show you the other ones here in a minute. Real easy to install, obviously. But now we want to interconnect them so they all connect together. And so the first two, I've already done this. All you do is you go to the test button, and I'll show you where that is again. So right here, there's a little button. It says test, right? You click that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes into the connection mode. Should be, once you hit that 4 times and you do it on all of them, they connect together. So it's probably easier to do it before you put it up. But now that I beeped, I kind of want to go see if it actually sends them all off. So let me do that real quick. Okay, probably the easiest way to do this is actually taking them all down, or before you actually put them up, the actual physical unit itself, is to make sure they all interconnect properly. I'm down here to test this. If you push this button once, the test silence button, if you just touch it, push it and release, it'll do its test like this. So if I do it, it'll do a... Okay. So that's an individual alarm test. I apologize if that's really loud, because it is really loud to me too. Now, to do a test of the system as a whole, you could just take one of these down, hold on to it, and to make sure that it actually links it. So if I push and hold this button and just keep pushing and holding, it should, after I think 5 seconds of this one beeping, the rest of them should start beeping. So push down, hold, keep holding, hopefully. Yep, so you can hear it out of this one too. And I'm gonna let go. And then the whole system stops. I know the upstairs one already does it as well. If I was to do this again, I would just, you could get them all the mounts up and then just keep these systems down below, unplug the batteries on them, and then get them linked to make sure they all work together, and then just go ahead around and put them up. So that's how I do it the second time. Of course, I don't read instructions very well. I just do. So, but that's it. That's pretty simple. So in here, we mounted it on the wall. Essentially, this is by the kitchen, but we kind of mounted it away from the stove, so it didn't go off as frequently. Oh, they always do. But you can see the one hole I do have to spackle shut on this one because that's where the previous one was as well. And then down here by my access point, if you watch my other video, there she is, right in the center of the hallway. And ready to go. I didn't have to spackle that one because that's a new mounting position. But yeah, we're all set. So there you have it. Very easy setup, to be honest about it. Like I said, I would set it up here on the table before I'd actually go mount them next time. But it really wasn't that hard either way. Just pushing and holding 4 seconds and let them connect in that beeping. And then for the test mode, the 5 seconds, just keep holding. And then you can actually just take one, just keep holding it and go around the house or however many you have mounted to make sure that they mount up. I think that the limit is 24 of these guys, I believe is what the instructions said. So there is a limit of how many can interconnect. I don't know how many people have homes big enough to put 24 of them in, but that's what it is. I'm probably going to add one more down the line, but maybe 2 more. We'll see. From my gather, I love how I don't have to touch them for 5 years. That's fantastic. There's always a way to test, and it's recommended to test at least once a year. That's the standard. But you can test at any time. Tools. You need a drill. You need a 7/32 bit and a Phillips head driver. Or a screw bit that you can put in your drill, or you can do it by hand. You don't have to put it in the drill. And that's pretty much all you need. A tape measure and a pencil is handy as well, so you can get it exactly where you want it. The one down in my basement, I'm really not worried because eventually I'm going to rip that ceiling out. I'm going to put a drop ceiling in, and then that's going to get all redone. That way I can easily run more cables and do whatever to my upstairs stuff. That is one of the only, there's only a couple sections that I have drywall rather than drop ceiling like I have in here. And I want to change it up because it's a lot easier to add stuff. But there's actually already, there's holes in there where I had to run new wires before. So yeah, upstairs one, I'm going to spackle that one. No, I'm probably going to spackle it here in just a little bit. But that said, thank you very, very much for XSense to send this over. Like I said, I will have a full review once I have time to use it. I want to see how well it does with cooking. The one that's by the kitchen, that one has always gone off regularly in the past. If it senses something, you know, that you're cooking, even if you're not burning something. So I want to see how well it does in that regard. I even might take it closer to the stove just to see if it goes off just from humidity from cooking and stuff like that. But I do want to see that. And I love the size. I love how small they are. So I will put links down below to this and then eventually to the full video once I have it finished. So thank you very, very much for watching the video here to the end and the conclusion. If you have any questions for me, comment below or head over to techgooch.com and be sure to watch the rest of these videos. Just go to the channel and check out what else we got. We got lots of installs and we're going to continue to do them. So yeah, me, right? Thanks for watching to the end. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you here for another future video install. We'll see you soon.